Good evening and welcome to yet another Halloween vlog here on Screen Park Worldwide. And yeah, a bit of a different one this because of the setup of the event, which I'll go on to in just a moment. But yes, me and Charlotte are here. We're just outside Hawkshaw Farm Park. I got that right, didn't I? Hawkshaw Farm Park, where we've come to Scare Kingdom. Now, it's Charlotte's first time coming to this event. It's only my second time. A group of us came last year, but I didn't film a vlog because before coming, I wasn't too sure about the setup. I just assumed it was going to be your usual sort of Screen Park where you'd be able to film in the middle of the attraction, sort of you do one, come out, be able to talk about it, but I was wrong and you couldn't, so I didn't actually film a vlog. But I thought we'll come back this year and I will film one, but it's just going to have to be a little bit different. So really it's going to be more of a review than a full unusual vlog. Because of the setup. Basically, you've got your 6 different attractions and the 7th bonus one. We'll go through them, what they are in a minute. But basically, you get batched at the start. You get a time slot, and then you actually go through each attraction one after the other. So there's no time for me to whip the camera out and review them in between, because literally you are grouped and then you're straight into the next attraction. So I thought we'll do a little bit now in the car before we go in. Our time slot's at 7 o'clock. You're not allowed to go into the car park before 20 minutes until before your time slot. And they say get there, well, like minimum 10 minutes before, don't they? But yeah, like, I'm really looking forward to it. Like I say, we've got the 6 attractions that Charlotte's going to list out now, and then there's the 7th attraction that we'll talk about in a minute, which I don't think we're going to be doing.
So, we've got the Death Chamber. The
Death Chamber, so that'll be the start of the whole experience.
We've got Sickness 3. Zombageddon.
Sickness 3, so obviously last time I was here, we saw the Sickness, and that was a really heavily themed maze. I look forward to that.
We've got Margamortis.
Manamortis.
The Carnival.
The Carnival. So obviously that's like this big house, and I look forward to seeing how they've adapted a carnival theme to that. That should be interesting.
We've got the Black Mass.
Black Mass, yeah.
We've got Body Snatchers, the house that Jack built.
Now, Body Snatchers was heavily themed last time, so I look forward to seeing that, and a bit of a change of the theme there as well, it seems.
And then we've got Flesh Market.
Flesh Market, so they're the 6 different attractions we're going to be doing. Like I say, you go straight from one into the next. And yeah, then there's the 7th attraction, which is, of course, the extreme attraction, Psychomanteum.
Yes.
And yeah, is that got a secondary name on it this year?
Psychomanteum 0.
0. So now, last year, Alex actually went into that. It's an extreme attraction that I think he paid £5 for.
Yes,
but you're made to eat stuff, and yeah, for me,
you have to be over 18 to go in that attraction.
That's taking it for me a little bit too far.
Yeah, I'd never do something like that.
No, I don't want to be eating stuff. I've heard stories of people coming out and getting like their clothes ruined and stuff. So it's up to you if you fancy that one, but we're not going to do that tonight, are we? We're going to do the 6 main attractions. And yeah, with here, like last time, I came expecting a lot of scares with the name being Scare Kingdom, but actually it's more story-based attractions. They really like to lure you in with this story and tell you all about it, which now I know what to expect this time. I think we're going to enjoy it more than last year, because I just wasn't too sure on it at first, because it's very different. The fact that you go from attraction to attraction, I've not done an event like that before. I know there's a few of them around, but yeah, attraction to attraction, and then of course there's a lot of story-based stuff. You really have to be listening at points, so you get to understand what you're about to experience and what's going on.
Yes.
But yeah, like I say, we're going to head in there now. Yet again, free parking, quite easy to get to, not too far off the M6 really, in Blackburn. And yeah, we'll see you afterwards. There's a bar at the end, and that's also where the extreme attraction is. So hopefully we'll see a few people going in, and we might see them coming out of there and stuff. But yeah, you're looking forward to it, Charlotte?
Yes.
Yeah, I suppose you don't really know what to expect.
As we're at a farm park, I hope there's goats.
Oh, I don't think you're going to see any goats. You never know though, they might be. But last time we rocked up onto the car park and there was like an actor that came and met us at the car park, which is very different, isn't it? So anyway, we'll see you when we come out of the attractions, and we'll share our full review and our thoughts. We'll see you later if we make it out alive. it's been just under an hour since we last spoke to you guys. We're actually sat just outside the bar. You've just seen a few shots of that at the end there. Like I say, you come out of that final attraction into the bar area where you can get your drinks and stuff. There's a tarot reader, and of course you got that 7th attraction, Psychomanteum, which quite a few people are going into and braving. But as I mentioned earlier on, we're not braving that one. I'm not a huge fan of the extreme attractions, mainly because of having to eat stuff, and we're just hearing a few reviews from people sat here actually, and they had to eat stuff, and it's quite sort of, 18 plus in there, isn't it, some of the stuff, and it's just not my cup of tea really. I prefer a good traditional heavily themed experience. But yes, let's talk about it. I'm not going to of course go on for ages about it, but overall I've enjoyed it more than I did last year, but it's still not one of my favourite scare events. And that for me, obviously they advertised that you've got the 6 attractions plus the 7th one, which obviously you can pay at the end for. That's quite clear, but really in terms of full-on scare mazes, there's only 3 mazes, isn't there really? So obviously we started off with a new scene. Last year we had some sort of clown at the start. This year it was Death Chamber, where we went in after we'd been grouped, and basically you stick with that same group really throughout the whole thing. I mean, it's not guaranteed, because we were in a 2, we joined the group in front of us, but in general, you stay with that same sort of group of people. And we started off with Death Chamber. We went in, the actor was brilliant in there. I must say that I feel like the acting quality throughout the whole event is really good. Quite a lot of events use volunteers, and you can tell here that they're all paid actors, and there's a lot of like older actors here as well, isn't there? Which is good, I like that. But of course, with Death Chamber, you sat in, a bit like a Dungeons-esque chair really, wasn't they? And it started off 2 or 3 minutes of spiel, explain about what we're going to experience, and then it gave us a little jump scare from underneath. Of course, following on from that, we went down to our first attraction, Sickness 3, Zombiegeddon. I've got it on my phone just here, just so I can remember what order we did stuff. We had some really good street theatre in between that, from Dougie, and we love Dougie, because me and Charlotte always have a joke with that accent, don't we? Like that proper northern farmer accent.
We love it, don't we?
And I can't remember the other guy that was with him.
I don't think he said his name, but was really good.
Really good. The one guy was playing that was a bit dumb, wasn't he? Trying to get a girlfriend. He was like, oh, put a good word in when you see her. We went into Sickness 3. That lasted about 6 or 7 minutes. That's one of what I would say 3 main attractions at this event, all themed around a hospital. You went in. With these attractions, there's quite a lot of actor talking. There's quite a lot of spiel, what they say.
You can't really class them as mazes, I don't think, because there's a lot of talking in them, whereas other mazes, they are quite just walk through. It's more storyline based.
Yeah, I said to Charlotte, I expect a lot of storyline, which isn't always a bad thing, but I like some more scares. But I must say there was some better scares, jump scares this time than when we came here last year. Some really good theming in there, of course going through hospital beds, some good jump scares from behind curtains, overall very heavily themed in there. Like I say, the acting quality throughout the whole event was brilliant. Now after that we went into what I'd probably say was my favourite attraction, of course Man and Mortis, this year with a carnival feel to it. I must say that I think I preferred it last year, where I just don't think the carnival stuff works in there.
No, the clowns didn't really fit the house at all.
It's a haunted house, isn't it? Like this Victorian mansion. But we had some good jump scares in there.
There was a chainsaw, but it was plugged in, so and he was like, it wasn't a proper chainsaw, it was like a leaf blower on a stick.
Yeah, leaf blower on a stick, but the theming in there, gorgeous.
The theming is amazing.
Oh, you've got staircases and like all the dolls, like a bit of a nursery section. Some like drop down windows and stuff in there as well. Some really good jump scares, but again it's broke up by having storyline. It's very story based. It's more come here expecting an hour's theatrical experience more than a full night of scares. I think that's the way to describe the event. But don't get me wrong, that was definitely my favourite, I would say. I don't know.
That's my favourite.
Would you say that was yours? Mainly because of the theming. I felt like the carnival stuff didn't really work in there. But what they tend to do from what I've seen, I mean, they do a Valentine's event, a Christmas event, all sorts of stuff. I think they even did a summer event this year. So what they tend to do is freshen up the mazes. They keep the base theme, which is the haunted house for that one, but they put different bits of scenery in there and audio and that sort of stuff. Following on from that to what I would say was the weakest attraction, and that was Blackmas.
What the hell was that?
That's based in shipping containers. I must say Sickness 3 is in shipping containers, but you can't tell. With Blackmas, it's black walls, themed to you're going in, you meet like the priest at the start. It's pitch black in there, and there's maybe 3 or 4 actors tops, and they're coming up with torches and flashing them on. It's black walls, not a very good attraction at all in my opinion. Like, we're not huge fans of Demonica at Burton Scream Fest, but that's better than at least that's got a strobe maze and something in there. But yeah, that wasn't great. About 5 minutes. Worth pointing out as well, actually, Man of Mortis, that was about 10 minutes. A good long attraction, that one. Beautiful scenes. But yeah, Blackmas, very similar to what we had last year. But yeah, nothing spectacular in my opinion with that one. Moving on from that then, we went on to our, it was the fourth attraction, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, the fifth attraction, sorry. Losing it, because you do it all together.
Yeah,
but that leads me on to say, I'm losing track talking about it. I feel like you pull onto the car park and it's just over way too quick. Like, you know, it's...
Whereas everywhere else you get a full night out of it, whereas here it's just...
Yeah, it's like, it's 25 past 8 now. We went in at 10 past 7. We've been out for about 15 minutes just watching people. It's just over a bit too quick, isn't it, for me? But yeah, we went into Body Snatchers, of course, based on Jack the Ripper. Again, beautiful scenery in there.
Yeah.
You walk into the first room, you meet a policeman, and then you've got like a big house in front of you, of course, based on all the Jack the Ripper murders around London and stuff. Some great theming.
The theming was really good in there.
I like with that, you crawl through a few bits as well. Like you crawl through into a boiler area. That was quite cool. There's like a big squeeze in there where you got the air pushing you together quite tight. Charlotte had some good scares towards the end because it was quite dark, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Pitch black actually, some of the corridors. But yeah, overall, I would say that was my second favourite attraction.
100%.
We've got very similar views here, haven't we? But we like our theming, we like themed experiences, don't we? And but I do like my scares as well, and that's what it kind of lacked. And then we came to our final attraction, which is Flesh Market, which is in some shipping containers just in front of us here. And I must say, that was better than it was last year when it had like a spiders theme with all webs and stuff. But yeah, Flesh Market, we went in, it's a hooded maze, left hand on the rope. You put a hood on for the rest of it. But yeah, I found it hilarious because I was on the front, I was getting tickled, and it was hilarious. I'm so ticklish, and yeah, it was hilarious. And in terms of scares, nothing at all. It's a very weak maze, and it's a very short maze, less than 5 minutes. But one thing I did like in there, with it being Flesh Market, and obviously you can't see your hands because you've got your head covered up, but they must have had like a metal post or something at the side, and they were hitting it with a hammer or a knife, which was good because it made you feel like you're going to get your fingers chopped off. So that I liked. And then at the end, you sort of come in, and then they take your bag off, and then you're straight into the bar. So
the end was just a bit like, so you come into this room, they take your bag off your head, and then you just walk out. It's a bit...
Yeah, just a bit meh. Like, it would have been better really if it had ended with maybe Body Snatchers and they'd have put this one in a bit earlier. You know, I would have preferred that. I feel like the bag on your head should be further in.
There should have been something at the end, like something to chase you out, like a butcher or something.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong, it's not a bad event. Like, I enjoy the event. I just wish that it was done differently. I just don't like the idea of going straight into each attraction.
We like to have a break in between.
Yeah, like it's more of a night out. I mean, like it's hard for me to sit here and film a vlog. I mean, I said I wanted to do one. I didn't do one last year because of how I wasn't expecting the setup, but I thought I want to do a review and let you guys know what it's like. I certainly recommend coming if you like a theatrical experience with a few jump scares, but don't come here expecting massive scares and a full night of entertainment. It lasts less than an hour, and that was with a little bit of a queue outside each one. So come here, it's, you know, maybe if you have a drink or something, an hour and a half tops, but yeah, it is less than an hour to do the main 6 attractions, as they would say. And like I say, come here expecting 3 heavily themed full-on mazes, and then of course you've got the other 3 which are a lot shorter, smaller experiences. Actor quality is great. Storyline, you feel immersed. I don't think anything ruins the immersion all the way through.
No.
Like, you have an hour where you're fully immersed into it, but it's just over a little bit too quickly in my eyes. But there you go, that's our thoughts on this one. Of course, we're always honest. We like to share our reviews, and obviously before you guys come and check these events out, let's give you a bit of an idea what they're like. So of course, over Halloween now, it's took off massively in the UK. There's so much going on that we want you guys to plan your time right and come and see what you'd like to see. And we'll comment down below, maybe you've come to Scare Kingdom before, let us know what your thoughts are on this event, and maybe you were brave enough to go in Psychomanteum. I wouldn't say we're not brave enough, it's not my cup of tea. I don't want to eat stuff, I don't want to get covered in stuff. I want some good jump scares with some good theming. But there you go, we've got so much Halloween to come. We went to Dr. Fright, and of course we've got so much to come. We're off for our first time to Fear at Avon Valley, Charlotte's first time at Tully's Farm, it's Oktoberfest, we're off to Chessington, loads to come in the next few weeks here on the channel. Thank you very much for joining me and Charlotte for another spooky night. Another spooky dress. I don't know if we got that in earlier. Let's get this.
I have got Sean's
lighting's
coat
a bit low.
I've got Sean's coat on. This is from eBay £5.95.
£5.99, and that's got all the ghosts and ghoulies on. Have we got another one tomorrow? Or
Yes, I've got one for the rest of the events that we're going to.
Oh wow, there you go, different ones to come. But there you go, thank you very much for watching. Me and Charlotte here at Scare Kingdom Screen Park, and that means it's time to spook those credits. See you in the next video, bye.